welcome back to another video. It has been a minute. It's been like 2 weeks since I've been able to film and get out a video. If you are new here, welcome in. My name is Jess. I'm a holistic health coach, life coach, and homeschooling mom, and this has been a series of us building a homeschool room, which is right through that door right there, and that is part of the reason why I have been super not on YouTube, kind of MIA just in general, because we have been working really hard at getting that homeschool room finished up. So I'm going to share a little bit of an update on how it's going. The kids were playing outside, but now somebody is knocking on the door. So we're gonna do a little tour of the updates with the homeschool room and why our house is currently in disarray. So yeah, okay, hold on. So welcome back. Like I said, if you're new here, welcome in. This is the series where we are adding on to our tiny house. So let's jump right in. Okay, so this is Indy. Can you say hey, Indy? Okay, so right now we are getting ready. Here, hold on, don't pull on it. Getting ready to cut open this wall right here. So I've had to take down one of our shelves and a bunch of our decor, so it is packed in that bin right there. Not right now. So I've got stuff on the desk, stuff packed in that bin. I actually need to get another bin to get the rest of this stuff down, because we, like I said, I think we're gonna be cutting in maybe till about right there, I think. But gotta get all this stuff off the wall because we're going to have a large doorway opened up. This is what has happened since our last video. So in some ways it doesn't look much different, but it is very different. Cody is working on the ceiling. He's got part of it framed up, insulation going in there. All the walls are put up except for that one, which is going to have electrical plugs ran about halfway up the wall, because my standing desk is going to go on that wall. So I want to plug a little bit higher up there. So he's got that open to run electrical, and then we're gonna have to run a light right there. So he's got that kind of framed up the way he needs it. We have the ceiling right there. It's gonna be painted and then go up obviously on the ceiling. We have our walls. These are going to be painted. We have our paint now, and then he's gonna come back and he's got like the little strips right there. We have more insulation for the ceiling, and we have flooring. So this is our flooring. It's gonna look really good. We're going to paint like an antique white on the walls. So we've got kind of a little bit of a warm tone flooring right there. I'm excited about that. He got a great deal on that. And then this is where the new back door is gonna go right there. He's actually just gonna take that door, move it over right there. That'll be the new back door. All of that'll be gone, cleared off obviously. We took our front gate off and repainted our front porch. So that was a project that we kind of added to the list. And then this doorway right here, like I said, that used to be our back door, walks into our living room. It is going to be cut halfway onto that wall. So there is a stud like right here in the wall. So he's going to cut open and make a much bigger doorway, so it's a little bit easier to walk in and out, because like I said, we do have a tiny house. So as you can tell, like the couch butts right up against the door. So it'll be nice to have a more open doorway right there to step into the living room. And then this space, I don't even want to show it. It's rough. That's our under the stairs closet. I have no idea, just genuinely have no idea what to do with that space. Right now it's just a catch-all. Are you walking on the floor? All right, let's come back inside. So that space is just like a catch-all right now of everything that is going to need to go down into our schoolroom once it's finished. We are just figuring that out slowly but surely. But like I said, the goal right now is getting this wall cleared off so that he can actually cut it open, because in order to put the outside door on, obviously that being it, he has to remove it, put it on the outside, cut this wall open, and then we'll have one room, kinda. Well, 2 rooms, but it'll be like a nicer entryway into that room than just that tiny little door. So all of this stuff, pretty much all of this right here, will go down in that room. That is all homeschool stuff, craft stuff. And then over here, this is kind of Indy's section with books and toys. All of that will go down in that room, all of that. So it's gonna free up a lot of space just in our home in general to get some of that stuff down there in our homeschool room. We're gonna have storage and shelving and everything else, so it'll just kind of be put up and out of the way, which will be amazing, because that is what we need. we thought we could, you know, continue just to keep it up in the 1,000 square feet that we have, and we probably could, but we realized we've about decluttered as much as we want to, and we want to be able to keep some things. So that meant adding on a new space. So that is what, thank you. Indy's drawing on my hand. I'll draw on your hand in 1 second. She's into drawing hearts on people's hands. You can do it. So we are working on that. Like I said, I'm cleaning off this back wall, getting it ready to be opened up. We are doing lots of crafts this week for school, so we just kind of have a little bit of stuff everywhere. It has been so busy the last couple weeks, just really time got away from me. I looked back and realized it had been like 14 days since I put out a video, and I just felt like we needed a good catch-up video to kind of roll back into things. So I'll actually show a little bit of our front porch. Ignore the trash right there, but this table will go down into our homeschool room. I really want to refinish it, sand it down, and redo it. That is a goal coming up soon when I have time. It just needs to be sanded and repainted. This is the paint color for the room down there. It is just a basic antique white. I wanted to keep it simple. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do as far as paint with the table yet.
I'm talking myself.
Okay, hold on. But I gotta figure that out because it's gonna go down in that room. We have decorated our front porch for fall, and we added new lights. I guess you can see them around the top. We very much needed the new like porch lights. We've got our swing and then little mushrooms just kind of everywhere. We removed the gate that used to be here because it didn't serve a purpose anymore, and then repainted our front porch steps, which they really needed it. So little projects kind of just...
Can you just scratching up in the truck while like my shoulder?
Not right now.
Like a real shoulder, not my shoulder.
No, not right now. But lots of little projects all over the house. Getting ready for fall. Getting things ready, like I said, to open up the new room and get moved down there. We'll have lots of organizing. I have been collecting baskets because with the new room, I want to have, like I said, the storage shelves and stuff like that, and one of the big methods of storage will be baskets. So I've been collecting baskets while I've been out thrifting, and I'm currently on the hunt for some straight back kitchen chairs to go around that table. So that is on my thrift list that I have not found yet, but I'm working on looking for those because they'll be great to go around that table, so we have a place to sit and work and do school, because that's the whole point of the room. I shared a little bit about what we've been doing in homeschooling recently, but we've been learning about Ruth and Naomi. So we've had wedding banners made and loyalty hearts made and colored pictures, all of our stuff from Bible this week. And it is stuck on the side of the fridge, and that kind of reminded me of something that I want to add to our homeschool room. Is like one of the picture clotheslines. I ordered some little bitty tiny clothespins, and we're going to do like a craft clothesline on one of the walls so that the girls can hang up their pictures and stuff, because they get crowded on the side of the fridge. But one thing that they really love is when Cody comes home in the afternoon, they love to show him like what they've done that day and what they've worked on. So my plan is to make room somewhere for a little like art, like a picture clothesline. So you're going to hear lots of little footsteps pitter-pattering in this voiceover, but we recently did a mattress swap. We finally got a mattress that fits our bed frame. We have been sleeping on a full-size mattress, and with 2 adults and usually a toddler that ends up in our bed, that has been not the best night's sleeps. So we got a queen-size mattress that is in the on our bed now, and we took our full size and laid it in the floor, and the kids are living their best life jumping on that mattress. So lots of noise upstairs, but I'm determined to get a video out today. But here I am working on our dehydrated apples and oranges. The apples were a big no-go. They just completely burn up. I've got to figure out like the thickness that they need to be cut, because they did not do well, but our oranges turned out perfect. And we did a little outdoor scavenger hunt to gather some of the other things to make little fall like whimsical window hangers. I'm not really sure exactly what they're called, but we found some pine cones, dehydrated some oranges, and got some beads, and they turned out super cute. Here are the girls helping me on my declutter and organization journey that we're on right now, I guess. Mission, maybe a better word, but they are cleaning out our Tupperware drawer. We have mostly switched over to glass Tupperware except for a few things, and this drawer has become a catch-all for reusable bags and Tupperware and whatever else just happens to fall off the counter, honestly. So they are decluttering it and getting it all back organized. Sky has definitely taken my love of organization to heart, and she really loves to like get things stacked up and put them in order and all of that. So I'm very thankful for that. She likes to help out with these little projects, but as always, we have multiple things going on at once in our home, and we are cooking and prepping food. I feel like we need a designated day to prep food, because I find myself batch cooking and bulk cooking multiple days a week in the midst of all the other projects, and that's what's going on here. We are bulk cooking mini muffins while the girls are organizing this drawer, and we're just getting our home ready for fall. Because Cody works so far away, we don't really have the ability to work like on the construction of the room during the week. That has to be a weekend thing. So we try to make the most of our weeks here, getting things ready and prepared so that when he works on the weekends, like works on our addition on our homeschool room, everything else is kind of done, so we don't have to try to juggle indoor and outdoor activities. I think all the background noise of the girls running is just a perfect example of what it's like to live in a tiny house, because you're just all kind of packed in on top of each other. But you know what? That's kind of the way we like it. Sometimes I do kind of wish we had space, but really it just works for us. We've lived this way for so long. I don't really know much different, because the largest house we've lived in has been like, I think it was right around 1,450 square feet, so 1,450, and to most people that is a very small house, and that was the biggest house we've lived in, and we've just always kept it tiny. Like I said, it works for us. We enjoy the simplicity of it all, and after we finish this time here living in this house, we are constantly revisiting the idea of building a shipping container home. That is something Cody always goes back to mentally. He really wants to build a shipping container home, and honestly, I'm here for it. I'm good with it. We want to get a little bit of land, and we will be moving to North Alabama, so he will be closer to his work, so the commute won't be as bad, because he has about a 3-hour commute every day, and that gets rough, because there are some days that he has gone 12 hours a day, and that is no fun. We really like
enjoy our time together. I am definitely a husband's wife. I like Cody being home. I like being close to him. We just do better when we're together, and we miss that quality time we can have with him in the afternoons. But anyway, we are making the most of our days, getting our home organized and clean so that on the weekends we can help him work on the addition. And that is something very exciting for us, very exciting for me. I know I've mentioned it multiple times, but I'm so ready to have that extra space just to spread out a little bit. And I'm always down to decorate a new room. I love, I'm sure you can hear those kids running like crazy, but they are loving it up there. So we're just going to let it happen. But I love kind of planning the aesthetic for a room and putting my own touches on it. That is something that I really enjoy. So I'm excited about that. We're going to make it like a little library / cozy homeschool room. I'm still trying to decide exactly what kind of furniture I want down there. I know we have the standing desk and the table, and I'm wanting to get some type of like straight back chairs maybe. We have another sectional in storage and I could use part of it down there. I'm just in my head, I need to see the space set up just a little bit more to decide fully exactly what I want to go down there, because the main goal with this room is storage. So I don't want to take up too much wall space when I really need the storage. But here you can see we are doing multiple batches of little mini muffins. The girls love these muffins when we have a homeschool co-op or when we travel or anything. They are so easy to just throw in a bag and carry them with us. So I have been bulk making them the last couple weeks, and it has been super beneficial for us. I actually made some gluten-free ones this week and some pumpkin ones, and that was nice because I could not tell you being gluten-free the last time I had a muffin. Like, there are certain things that I miss so much that contain gluten, and being gluten-free is not necessarily a choice that it's not like, oh, just a diet preference. Like, it's an allergy thing. So there's lots of yummy foods, lots of gluten-packed yummy foods that I miss, but sometimes it's just nice to have a muffin or just kind of something nostalgic to childhood, like a good pancake. So these muffins have definitely been on our meal prep rotation, and as always, we're cooking different things in the background. Me and Sky recently just completed like a 75 challenge, and I'm not going to say it was 75 hard because we definitely catered it to what was realistic for this season of life that we are in, but we worked out 75 mornings in a row. So every morning for 75 days, we woke up super early before the sun, went on a walk, got our steps in, either weightlifted or stretched, did some type of movement, and we stuck to it for a full 75 days. And I'm so proud of myself because it's been a really long time since I've really set a goal and stuck to it. It's been since my triathlon days, and I didn't realize how much I needed that just to kind of have a goal to head after. So it was great. Like I said, I'm so proud of myself, but also for Sky. I mean, she's 10 years old and she doesn't have to wake up early because we do homeschool, but she did. She woke up early and it was great. And now we're focusing on what do we want to do next. And one big thing for me is just kind of honing in my diet. That is what I'm struggling with right now. I have struggled to find a way to eat that really serves my body well since having my gallbladder out, my appendix out, and then recently my hysterectomy. It is just, my body does not really enjoy certain foods, and sometimes it'll enjoy them for a little while and then it will just stop. So I'm trying to figure out just what foods serve my body well, and I haven't quite figured that out yet, but we're working on it. So that is kind of the next thing I'm diving into. That and hydration. I really struggle to hydrate. I just don't enjoy drinking anything. But hydration and nutrition are a pretty big part of our health and wellness journey. So it's probably a good idea to get those things under control. But I'm going to speed up this video a little bit and maybe stop talking for a minute and just let you guys enjoy some music as we make these little garlands for our window. Okay, so I got our little oranges and pine cones. Maybe you can see them. Maybe there's not a glare. But yeah, we dehydrated a bunch of oranges and collected some pine cones. So we hung those up in the window. I have curtains washing right now, so that's why they're not up. They are in the dryer currently. And I'll show you a little bit more of what we did on the front porch. Sky, there's a puppy. Sky and Indy helped me decorate a little bit more out here. So we got all of our shoes. We just got back from running an errand. But we got pumpkins put out here, and then Sky found our little crate. So we have our crate and our little pumpkins and our lantern. So a little bit more fall decor. We're not putting up too much because, like I said, we are in the middle of this remodel and I really don't want to have to keep moving and changing things. So just keeping it simple, keeping the girls involved with the decor that we have so that they can enjoy. They really enjoyed finding the pine cones and stuff, but until this wall gets cut out, I'm not going to stress over decorating too much down here. Just, it's not worth it because it'll all get kind of dusty and dirty. So that's what we have. Thank you guys for joining us. We're gonna go ahead and close out this video. I'm still packing this box right here, getting things put up, sending out little blessing baskets. We like to do that. We make different, maybe you can see those earrings, bath soaks, and different things like that, and we just try to send out little blessing boxes. I'm attempting to, here, no, leave that right there, okay? India's bringing toys down. But attempting to declutter that closet a little bit, and yeah, hopefully in the next video we'll be making some big progress. But thanks for joining us. I appreciate you guys, and we will see you in the next one.